This is Sports Stuff with Jim Muff. Alex, you do things with your hands, and
I was doing like a whole thing. I was going to plus the homies, and you didn't keep
I'm
going.
still waiting on the homies. Where are the homies?
You didn't keep going, so then I just had this awkward arm gesture.
all right. Well,
You're
That's
usually
fine.
not looking, so I do weird movements, and you can't
Also,
see.
I've caught on. That's why he does it. So I started making faces.
Yeah,
Well-
Chip was trying to lip sync it too, and it wasn't very good. So
No, it wasn't good.
well, I mean, you guys remember that I'm a serial killer, and I don't really watch.
you're not Chris Boswell.
Ooh,
Serial
that's a
killer.
good one. That's a good one. There we go. This is Sports Stuff with Jim Muff, and we are recording live on YouTube Monday, September 22nd, in the year of our Lord 2025.
I'm pumped. Are you pumped? Because I'm pumped.
Mhm.
We're pumped. This week, we're going to talk some college football, some NFL foosball, a little bit of other things that are going on in the sports world. But before we do that, remember that you can follow us at Sports Jim Muff on Instagram and Twitter, Sports Stuff with Jim and Muff on Facebook, on YouTube. Subscribe, comment, rate, review, poke, like, tickle.
Get the bell on.
Ding ding.
Get that bell on. And if you are watching live right now on YouTube, make sure that you get that bell on real quick. Do that subscribe thing and get in those comments. We'll see what goes down today. I will say, starting out, before we even get into the leadoff, we already have a loyal listener that has gone back on his word.
Ooh, do tell.
Baltimore guru, Mr. Keith,
Shocker.
is watching NFL football as we
You have
record.
proof. You got proof.
He texted me and said, I am watching the game.
Oh man, Keith,
He said I could not stay away.
you're an addict.
He's addicted to the foosball, just like all of us.
He's addicted to the pain.
Google, gobble, gobble, google, one of us. We will start this week's episode by getting into the leadoff.
The leadoff.
While we have already heard a backyard brawl recap from mostly Alex with a little bit of insight by me, we're going to get a little bit for the listeners that just tune into the normal show, not the betting show. But Alex, real quick,
We're doing this
Shut-
again.
we're not going to go through the whole thing again. Number one, you may be able to understand and hear it this time.
Yeah, my voice is coming back. Thank you to amoxicillin and a Medrol dose pack. We're on the up and up.
I thought you were sponsored by Tussin.
Well, I am 100%
Bro,
sparkling.
let me tell you, I did 2 weeks of Tussin. I did a whole bottle of straight up Tussin, and it was not kicking it. Backyard brawl rugby.
Nobody wants to hear about this backyard brawl. I mean, I get
It is hard to get as excited after the last performance we had from WVU, but
I mean, that's going to be your only bright spot for the year.
Jim, we beat our rivals.
That's true. Something that Ohio State cannot do. I get it.
They beat Ohio.
Great teams cover. We beat our rivals.
That's true.
There we go. All right, Alex, before you do that,
Oh.
right, before we upset Jim, let's start on a positive note here. Shout out to the podcast crew, Alex, Jim, Nate, as well as others, for being privy to, being party to, and keeping a secret for I don't know how long. I'll ask Jim how long the secret was kept.
We did so good.
I'll go check.
There was a surprise birthday party for me yesterday on Sunday,
I did
to
have.
which all three of these fine folks were engaged, committed, and attended.
was a nice party.
August 24th. That's when we knew.
So almost an entire month, you guys have somehow kept the secret.
It was hard.
It was a risky bad mood move for your mom to not invite us the day before.
So
The reason we're all scared of her, not scared in a bad way, but we don't want to let her down.
That was it. Jim literally said to us, guys, don't mess this up. This is Muff's mom. We can't let her down.
Yeah.
I believe that was verbatim what was said.
Yeah. Don't let down.
Went to go tell us all to go get something to eat or go get something to drink. It's like, yes, ma'am.
I did. That's Muff's mom.
Like royalty.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, we had a bunch of people: baseball guru Hugh, Baltimore guru Keith, soccer guru Andy, also all there. Right. A lot of the OGs in the podcast world. What's that?
A lot of the gurus.
A lot of the gurus. It was the gurus of nothing combined with the gurus of some things, and it was a great time. So
And Muff's mom.
yeah, there was cake. I don't know if we can say there were prizes, but I mean, Alex.
You got prizes.
I did get prizes. Alex got me a Freak in the Sheets mouse pad, which is already in my office.
In your office?
Yeah. Excel sheets, Jim.
So that's why I did the mouse pad. I almost did a mug, but I was like, Muff doesn't really use coffee like that kind, but he could put pens in it. And I'm like, it's a more upfront thing. I was like, the mouse pad is like fun.
All right.
Like,
all right.
Low to the ground.
Alex
But
got
yes,
gifts.
every time I see that slogan, I think of Muff.
Alex got gifts that were not necessary. In fact, I think were discouraged, but and not by me, by my mother. But
to be completely honest, I got those for you on your birthday and was just going to give them to you. But then when you were having a party, I was like, I'll save them for his party. I actually had a whole normal Alex overthinking thing where I was like, Nicole, should I give him his gifts or should I wait for his party? I don't know. And she said, what do you want to do? I was like, well, I guess I should wait for his party if we're having a party.
Wait. She knew that I was having a party, and yet you still had to remind her for her not to be upset with you about going to the party?
No. This was the initial discussion about your party.
Oh, okay.
She thought I said it was for your mom. And thought we were coming from our trip early.
Was a weasel.
She did. But she misunderstood and really thought we were coming home from our trip early to go to Muff's mother's birthday party and was not happy. Not happy. And then I was like, she's like, for Muff's mom. And I was like, no, this is Muff's party. His mom is inviting us. She's like, oh, well, yeah, we can do that. That makes sense. Like, okay. And then it was like a change of plan. She's like, should we get him a gift? Should we do this? And I'm like, oh, okay, now we're fine. But she's like, you don't have to go to everything you're invited to. I was like, first of all, if I was invited to Muff's mom birthday party, we would be leaving wherever we were to be there. You know, she's never going to listen to our podcast, so I feel comfortable in this crowd saying it. But
yeah,
but she will share and like all of the social media, just so we're clear. She does not listen, but she supports.
She clicked on it one time, listened to the first like 15 seconds, and heard that we were giving out prizes. And she's like, "What are the prizes?" And I'm like, "They're for people that listen to the sports talk." She's like, "No, I heard prizes." Like, great.
All right. Well, shout out to everybody. Appreciate you, my mom and dad, for planning it and getting all the people there. It was a good time. Good time. I'm grateful. I'm appreciative. So, with that being said, now let's do something that might anger Jim. Alex, why don't we just talk about the backyard brawl a week and a couple days later, right? We've had time to reflect, right? We've really processed it, right? What does this mean to you in 1 minute or less? And this is a true minute. Nate, get on the.
Hold on, I'm getting a stopwatch out. We know what happened the last time.
You tell me when to start. I don't want to waste any minutes.
When you start talking, I'm hitting start.
All right.
Dead air.
So the backyard brawl is a rivalry between West Virginia and Pitt. And the last time that Rich Rod played in it, he lost 13-9. And it was horrible, and we missed our chance to the national championship. This year on 9-13, he dropped him out on the table, did what he had to do, and took care of business. We beat Pitt in overtime. It was awesome. Yes, there were some up and down in the whole situation, but overall, we beat our rival. We covered. Great teams cover. We're just going to end with the emotion that I had and not go into this week, but we're just going to stick with the backyard brawl. Great teams cover. Hail West Virginia. Eat shit, Pitt. Eat shit, Pitt.
Nate, how'd we do?
45 seconds.
Oh, get him, Alex, get him. Jim, any rebuttal comment?
What happened the next weekend? Let's talk about that.
I just said we weren't talking about that.
Yet. We will talk about what has happened in the weekend that was in the NFL and in college. But before we get into college, we are going to start in the NFL. As in Thursday Night Football, the Bills take down the Dolphins 31-21 in a game that the Dolphins actually were pretty competitive in.
For a minute, yeah, right. That's great. Good story.
That's where we leave it. Nate, Alex, thoughts?
I don't know who's going to get out of town first, Mike McDaniel or Tyreek Hill.
That is a good thought, right? Is Tyreek Hill going to demand a trade? Is Mike McDaniel and his cartoony, goofy ass going to ride it out this season? I do not know. But the Bills did win, and the Bills are still undefeated.
Is the Mike McDaniel experiment over? Is really the question.
I don't even. Yeah, the experiment has run its course, I believe.
I don't know. His interviews, though, are cringeworthy.
That's what I mean.
He's
It's
cringeworthy.
You guys know he graduated from Harvard, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that legit?
That's legit, Jim. He played football at Harvard.
Is that legit?
All right.
So there you go. He knows rivalries.
Okay.
Yeah. Next, we move into Sunday foosball, starting with the Browns taking down the Packers. 13-10 as the Browns block a field goal under a minute to go and then kick a game-winning field goal from 55 yards. As time expires, Nemi in the comments is in his element.
I'm
Browns
just saying that was the theme of the week. The special teams oopsies.
Yeah, I want to say I saw there were 5 blocked field goals this week, just in the early window.
Yeah, I think there were 6 overall, which I don't know. It's a record, but
Do we know if Nemi's listening?
he was. I don't know if he still is.
For Nemi, fuck all y'all. Fuck all y'all. We're
Why?
going to make this about special teams oopsies. How about the Browns holding the Packers? The Browns. You know what, Alex? No, fuck you and your face. How about
Yeah.
How to know Jim's had a bad day? Fuck you and your face.
the Browns are legit or had a legit moment?
Okay.
We get kicked off live for that.
No.
Okay, just checking.
No, we have an explicit rating. We're not a child friendly show.
I think enough went ahead and just gave us the explicit rating. Just
I mean, they played a good game.
I expect that same energy for everyone.
The Browns always seem to get somebody every year, though. Like, wasn't it a couple years ago when the Niners were on a heater and the Niners came to town and they beat them?
Yep. So let's give the Browns their flowers.
This week they performed well.
Thank you. That's
Right.
my home dog, Nemi. That's for
Right.
me, Nemi.
Now, Jim, if they win next week, that's called a winning streak.
I know.
Cleveland doesn't know what to do with this.
And they play. Who
Amazing.
they play next week?
While you figure that one out, the Colts dominate
That's where I need Nemi.
Dominate the Titans 41-20. 3-0 are the Colts.
And looking good. They are like a cheap 3-0.
Browns play Detroit next week.
Yeah, well, that might not be the best remedy for that winning streak option. But the Colts, Daniel Dimes, Daniel
Dimes?
Jones.
Is that what we're calling him? Is that real?
Danny Dimes. This
That's
is not
old.
me made it up.
He made it up. We didn't, right?
No. Well, I don't think he branded himself Danny Dimes. There are others that did.
But we didn't have any part in the Danny Dimes thing.
No. That it pre-existed ever coming out of my mouth.
Okay, good.
All right. So, Colts. Right now we're 3-0. Let's go over under 11 wins today. If you had to put a bet on it, over under 11 wins.
Right now, I'm not buying the hype. Give me the under. And you know why? They've beaten the O for Dolphins and the O for Titans.
Yep.
Who else did they beat?
The Broncos.
Who are questionable
really
right now.
legitimate.
So, yes, the Colts look good, but I would say you're beating the teams you're supposed to beat, maybe outside the Broncos.
No, the Broncos aren't legitimate.
They were a playoff team last year.
But that don't mean shit this year.
I mean, the expectation's there. Would you say the expectation was there this year for Miami or for Tennessee?
No. No, yeah, if we're basing it on that, I agree with you, Nate. I agree with you.
So we'll see, but the Colts are 3-0, and nobody can take that away from them. Moving on in the battle of backup quarterback.
Cleveland. You guys aren't going to try if it's not Cleveland. If it was Cleveland, you'd be like, wow, the kicker and the sun was in the right spot.
With what, Jim? That was a 41-20 absolute slaughter.
But if it was the Browns, you would not give them the flowers.
Against Tennessee, no, I wouldn't.
Why were you a Browns fan?
Trying to back my boy, not me.
Yeah, Jim's gonna convert to be like a Browns fan when the Texans go down.
I can't do that. The Texans are gone down. What are you talking about?
I mean,
my fandom has affected them.
Jim's NFL fandom follows losers. Next, in the battle of the backup quarterbacks, the Vikings. I did not expect this at all. 48-10. As we know, Joe Burrow's out. J.J. McCarthy didn't play. Joe Burrow's out for 3 months at least with a turf toe.
Yeah. Bad.
But I did not expect. I mean, we all knew the Bengals defense wasn't great. But 48 points, that seems like.
Well, I think the Vikings had 2 defensive touchdowns, didn't they?
Yes, the same guy, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
Think they're throwing it?
No, I think they had nobody to throw the ball.
Yeah. What are they throwing it for? I mean, offensive linemen?
Yeah. If Joe Burrow had it his way, but listen, I'm not coming back. Fuck y'all.
I'm not coming back. This 3 months, if we are not in playoff contention, you can just kiss the season goodbye.
Yeah. I'm out of here.
I'm out.
Uh-oh. Somebody's not me. That ain't me this time.
It's not Jim. Who is that? Is that Nate?
It was my phone going off and I couldn't make it stop.
Get off of those websites.
Ooh.
Nice.
Spam. Blue Chew now.
Blue Chew.
Stay hard.
Stay hard. Next.
That's how he gets that hard edge.
It's a hard something. The Steelers beat the Patriots 21-14 as the Steelers defense finally decides to have some type of game with 5 sacks, 5 forced turnovers, which was 4 fumble recoveries and 1 INT. The offense does just enough to put this one over. Aaron Rodgers has a very pedestrian stat line. I think it's about 140 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. The Patriots outgained the Steelers by a significant margin, but the Steelers come away with the win. Alex, thoughts?
First time we've beaten the Patriots in Foxborough since 2008. So I'll take it.
Right. I will take a win in the NFL every day, especially one that follows a little bit more of the prescribed pattern for a Steelers win. Tough defense. The offense does enough.
Yes. Agreed.
Jim, I know you were on the other side of this betting wise. Were you watching? Well, you weren't watching any of it. I know you weren't.
No, I was. You know where I was.
Yeah.
No. It was upsetting.
Right.
For me.
Steelers 2-1. It's good. It's a good thing. Next, we get the Eagles taking down the Rams 33-26. Jordan Davis, I guess, officially became the heaviest man to return a field goal for a touchdown of record, which that record may not actually be tracked. So we're just going to accept that that's the case. But Philly does block 2 field goals, one of which would have been the game winner. It returns it for the touchdown in an exciting finish in Philadelphia.
And they said he got up to like 18 miles an hour or something running down the field with the ball.
Are you sure it was like a gravitational pull?
All I know is that's not rumbling, bumbling, stumbling. That's big man sprinting.
Yeah, he went like 65 yards, 60 yards, somewhere in that range.
I don't know. And I saw something, too, that said that he lost like 25 pounds in the offseason to have more stamina for late in games like this.
Well,
I say he keeps running like that. They're going to say to hell with the tush push and give him the ball.
I would too. What does this game speak more to? Does it speak anything to the Rams and maybe actually being able to contend in the NFC throughout the year? I mean, I think people thought they're a contender, but does this solidify that? And week to week, we should expect the Rams to challenge teams that may be slightly better than them or are favored.
I mean, I think they're a contender to win their division. You can never count out McVay and Stafford as long as they're healthy.
That was true. Jim, Alex, thoughts?
I hate the Rams.
Okay.
Why?
Because they're Michigan colors.
I just like the voice. Because they're real colors.
That was cold.
Was it true, though?
That's like one of the coldest things Nate's done. And it was very benign, but it was still one of the coldest things Nate's done.
I'm just not a fan. I'm not. I think the Michigan colors could be it.
Not wrong.
That'll do it.
That's the one. Speaking of cold-blooded in Tampa Bay as Nate's Bucks take down the Jets in a late-game thriller. The Bucks walk away with a game-winning field goal, but to lose Mike Evans to a hamstring injury. Nate, is there an update on Mike Evans? And emotionally, I know you were keeping track of this game while partying. What were your thoughts after you got a chance to watch some of the highlights?
I understand winning is hard in the NFL, but choking a 23-6 lead in the fourth quarter and having to have a game-winning drive in the fourth quarter the first 3 weeks is not good. Evans, he's supposed to have an MRI tomorrow. I don't know why they're waiting until Tuesday, not just doing it on Monday. So they think that he could potentially be out a couple weeks. He's had issues with hamstring injuries in the past, so it's nothing new to him. It just timing-wise sucks because they got Philly at home next week. But Godwin and Wirfs are trending in the right direction and are going to start ramping up this week, and hopes they might play against the Eagles. I don't know if they'll make it there, but I think the target for Godwin at least is week 5. But Jim, your boy Emeka Ibuka is looking like he's going to win Offensive Rookie of the Year.
Helping, I think he's on my fantasy team, or one of them. Yep,
There was one catch that he had that they ruled incomplete, and the Bucks even took a timeout. I think it was during the drive where the field goal got blocked. And,
is that where his fingers were or his toes were on the line?
Or something like that. Like he originally had it, then it got knocked out of his hands, and he regained it. And I thought he had a foot down and then dragged the other one before the foot came back down out of bounds.
Yeah.
They ran the play clock down, called a timeout, thinking replay was going to review it, and they didn't.
And they didn't. Yep. And I thought sending.
But yeah, he had a couple big catches late in the game there, and that's what they needed from him, especially with Godwin already starting the year out, and Evans sounds like he's going to be out for a while. McMillan's still out from that nasty neck injury in the Steeler game. So it might be all eyes on him this week against the Eagles.
Nemi, is my audio better? Hit me up in the comments.
Is that a question?
Yeah.
I don't. Is he asking if Nemi asking if his audio is better?
Nemi wants to know if my he said my volume was lower. So I wanted to respond to him.
Well, Jim,
we're live, so I figured make it more fun, you know?
There you go. Well, I'm trying to get in the comments here from the Sports Stuff account. So,
in the DMs, Muff.
Well, we're in the comments, not even the DMs. Yeah, somebody else take this next one as I figure out this comment situation.
Raiders 24, Commanders 41. Austin Eckler tore his Achilles the week before. Now, how do we feel about the Raiders, Commanders?
I think Raiders, you got to be a little bit concerned. I mean, Commanders were playing this one without Eckler, and Marcus Mariota made the start for Jaden Daniels. I mean, giving up 41 points. I mean, I don't think the Raiders are going to be front runners in their division by any means of the imagination, but I think there was more expectation from them.
Yeah, I'm not. 41 points is a lot of points. I didn't think the Raiders would give up that many. Didn't think I'd give up that many. Can somebody tell him off to turn the typewriter down?
What do we want? You want me in the comments or what? What do we need here? I can't.
These didn't do anything to you.
See, at
What?
least when Alex is coloring, he puts himself on mute.
Yeah.
You just got beat up with keys like they robbed you or something. Like, come on.
Listen,
Next up.
I'm an
this was
expert level
shocking.
typer. What do you want?
Yeah, I bet you are. Falcons 0, Panthers 30.
This is probably honestly my most surprising game of the week.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
for sure.
Big letdown from the Falcons there. I did not see that
I think
coming.
I think I saw a stat that said Falcons and starts by Michael Penix with the opponent scores more than 7 points are over.
Huh. Because you know what? What are the Panthers, Nate?
You know what they are.
That's right, big dog. I do. I do. I did not see this coming.
Are
I
they
was upset.
poopy?
Rhymes with wussy.
Oh, not poopy.
Not poopy.
But yeah, I think 30-0 is probably the surprising score across the league.
Yeah. Oh, shout.
And I think I saw too,
Next
through
up-
3
go ahead.
games, no Falcon receiver or tight end has a touchdown.
Ugh.
I don't know if that's the case, but I thought I saw that somewhere. I mean, obviously nobody did shit in that game.
Next up, Broncos 20, Chargers 23. Najee Harris tears his Achilles. A lot of things being torn and broken in the league.
So you're just going to skip over your Texans there, Jim?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah,
We'll-
Jim.
we'll
You,
skip
yeah.
over- I saw the Achilles
Oh,
there.
self-serving narrative here. Jim gets the mic, and look what happens.
I was just talking about the injuries, you ass. Here, let me go beat up some keys.
Well, I figured out what the problem is there. I can't fix it at the moment.
The keys aren't supposed to be so sticky. Anyway, the
It's not as-
injuries. The injuries. You give me the mic. I'm going to roll. What do we think about Najee Harris being out for the Chargers? Do you think that's good poop, bad poop?
I don't know.
It's
Do you
not
think
good?
he's public?
What you say, Nate? Nate, you're on fire too. No, Sam, you got a lot more
I'll
personality.
say, do you think he saw it coming?
Good stuff.
For those of you who don't understand that reference, Najee basically got his eye taken out by a firework this summer.
Yeah. Do we think this is detrimental to the Chargers long term?
No, because he really wasn't doing much for them. I mean, they've just been chucking the ball over the yard, and they drafted that rookie running back from North Carolina.
Yeah, I think so too. Back to the Texans 10, Jaguars 17. Jim thinks the Texans are going to suck.
Has Jim like come to terms with this, or is Jim still upset?
I mean, I've come to terms with it. They don't have a lot. They're broken. And we'll see where it goes. I mean, they got Tennessee this coming week. It could be a comeback game, I guess. But then you got Baltimore. You know, they got a stretch on the schedule here where they could turn it around once they get through Baltimore. Could be a loss, a win, and then they could get a little run going, a little better run going.
Could get a run going.
They need to get healthy. So we'll see. Muff, you taking over yet? Or are you still back?
Yeah, I'm gonna mess with this for now. Next, the Chargers take down the Broncos 20. Oh, you just did that. The Seahawks beat up on the Saints 44-13. Seahawks 2 straight wins. Are they 3-0 or 2-1?
I think they're 2-1.
Okay, they are 2-1. Seahawks, get a team that at this point I would not be surprised if they only had 2 or 3 wins all season in the Saints. This is going to be a dumpster fire of a season in New Orleans.
And it doesn't get any easier for New Orleans. They go to Buffalo next week.
Yep, you may as well just chalk me up for Buffalo to cover, right? That number is probably going to be at least 11, if not more.
11.
I thought it was more than that when I looked earlier.
You can go ahead and take a look. I'm curious. We'll get back to that. We have the Bears.
It is currently 15.5.
15. I think I'm still locked in, boys. I think I'm still locked in.
My eye. NFL line.
That may be one of the highest I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I'm
not saying it's wrong. I'm just saying it's high.
I'm sorry. The Bears beat the Cowboys 31-14.
Yeah.
Things are looking kind of bad. In fact, so bad to the point right now in Dallas. I watched the end of this game. It almost seemed like George Pickens, who, granted, has his quirks, his issues, and they were demonstrated on the sidelines. He almost seemed happy when Dak Prescott wasn't playing. Like, he tried harder when they brought in Milton.
In what regard? Did you notice him like running harder or
that's what I'm
more?
Like he was actually, it seemed like he was celebrating on the field. It looked like he was happier, and may have just been because he got a catch or two when Milton was in. But it seemed like the team started to rally around the fact that he was in the game. Now, I don't know if he's just that guy, like that people want to do well, or if he internally within the team, they are fed up with Dak Prescott and his bullshit.
Okay.
I don't know. It's down, so. But yeah, I don't think same thing like with the Falcons game. I don't think anybody saw this coming.
No, not this score. I mean, if you told me it was a competitive game in the fourth quarter, I would have said, okay, but not to this point, where the Bears win by 17. The Dallas did sign Jadeveon Clowney, and we'll see what's going on with CD Lamb. Has a high ankle sprain. He did not play most of this game, which did not help the Cowboys' cause at all. Jake Ferguson had a monster game. I think he had like 12 receptions, somewhere in that range.
Something like, I'm pretty sure it's a career high, whatever he had.
Yeah, he was going off. So we'll see what happens. I don't think this really says much about either of these teams, aside from they got to play on Sunday, and one of them won. So that's where we are. Next, we have the 49ers. Late game heroics in this one, too. Taking down the Cardinals 16-15. I didn't watch any of this game. I had a bet on the Cardinals, but I was keeping track of that. This just seemed like a back and forth. The Cardinals went up early, and the 49ers just stuck around, and found a way to win it in the end.
It was like 6-6 for the longest time.
There we go.
Slow
burning. Mac Jones started too.
Who?
Mac Jones.
Mac Jones.
Who?
Nick Bosa. Yeah, Nick Bosa likely has a torn ACL, which will put him out for the season.
Would you take Tylenol for that, Alex?
What?
Would you take Tylenol for that?
Don't start.
Okay,
we cannot do this right now, Jim. We are live.
Wait. All right, what are you saying, Jim?
We are not going there, Muff.
For ACL, just thought maybe Tylenol is the fix.
Okay.
No?
I don't. I'm
Extra.
sure. Can it help manage the pain, Alex? Okay.
It can safely.
It
Safely?
can safely.
It will safely manage pain for a tendon tear. Yes.
Would Nick Bosa take Tylenol?
He should.
He should.
What about James Conner?
He also should.
James Conner needs a little bit more. I purposely did not want to see this ankle injury happen.
The way you all reacted, I didn't even go near it.
No, you couldn't even tell if it was a gummy, but you kind of knew it was a gummy.
Because isn't that the one where the sock covered it up?
No, there really wasn't like a true like close up, gross out, want to throw up angle on it. I mean, you could just tell he put his cleat in the dirt. One of those where his cleat got stuck in the dirt and got rolled up on, and the ankle rolled the wrong way. And but there were so many bodies around that you really could look at it.
Yeah. So we'll see. T's and P's to James Conner. That's probably going to be the nail in his career, right? At this point,
Yeah.
I don't think he comes back from that. He's already had a lot of challenges in his career. I don't think this is the one that he's able to survive and come back from and have a legitimate career.
This was like
after
a
this.
curse. This was like the curse of the being a Steelers running back.
A former Steelers running back. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, that did happen. In Sunday Night Football, we had the Chiefs taking down the Giants 22-9. This one was competitive early in the second half. The Chiefs just pulled away. They win, they cover. The Giants, how long does the Russell Wilson experiment last? Because the fandom of New York was excited every time Jackson Dart came into the game. And it seemed like the players as well are pretty high and excited to have him in the game. Over under week 8.
Under.
Jim?
Wait, what is it?
How long till Jackson Dart is the starter? Over under week 8, Jim.
What week are we in?
This is
This
week
is
3.
Under.
Alex.
Ooh, under.
All right, I'll go with the over just to be a contrarian here.
Oh, wait, are we putting this in the files? Is this going to the files?
It's up to you. You are the keeper of that file.
I can't just like you being the contrarian has screwed me up twice now because I was going to put the first one in. Like, are you sticking to the contrarian?
Yes,
point?
I'm sticking to the over.
All right, so I'm going to say then I'm gonna put this in the files. Dart in by
Starter. He's been in
Starter.
games.
Starter by week 8. Over under. Muff being Muff. That's the note. All right.
Did you put what our thoughts were?
Well, no, because I know that we all took the under and you're being Muff.
Okay, fair enough. All right, live look in right now. Lions at Ravens. Keith's watching, maybe on YouTube, and he's
Is
watching
he
the
on?
Ravens.
Can you see it?
He was watching. I don't know if he currently is, Jim.
Keith, if you're watching this, I'm severely disappointed in you. Just want you to know you should have held out.
Should have held out. Alex, you were making all of the noises tonight,
That
and
was
you're not
a
even
laugh.
eating.
That was a laugh.
I thought it was like this weird ass, like
I
Like
mean,
a-
it might have sounded like that was
like a freaking gargoyle or something.
was this?
Like a gremlin. Just pour some
Gargoyle.
water on you. So
Pour some water on him.
Lions at Ravens. Right now the Lions are at 14-7, yes?
Yes.
All right. So
Ravens
that's
just had a nice up to like midfield. So
glad I took the over.
we'll see. We
Glad I
got
took the
about
over.
5 minutes to go in the first half.
All right. Getting out of the NFL world and heading into college football. Alex, I'm not going to do you like this. So we will start with LSU. LSU taking down Southeast Louisiana State. It sounds like the Mud Dogs to me, 56-10.
Wait. Why do we? W lost 41-10. Why are we skipping it?
We will come back to it.
Oh, okay.
We will not skip it. We are just coming back to it. Alex has already been. He's had positive moments. Let's bury the negative as far as we can.
Sure.
Miami beats Florida 26-7. Florida hung in better than I expected. They have a
Yeah.
defense. They have a defense that is competitive. If they can ever figure out having a moderately successful offense, they will be in every game.
That's fair.
Other thoughts,
That's
Alex,
fair.
Nate?
No, I.
Billy Napier will not survive the season.
Files?
Yeah. Do we all agree?
I agree. So
I
I'm in
agree.
agreement.
Yeah, I agree too. Napier does not survive. Billy, you go bye-byes. Billy,
Billy, bye.
bye-bye. Within the year,
Before the end of the season.
before the end.
Because at this rate, they will have no postseason aspirations, even bowl games. Well, they'll probably get a bowl game because they're Florida. They'll find a way to win enough
They
games.
He's
got
got a buyout,
plans.
though.
Hmm?
He has a buyout.
The bios mean nothing right now in the college football landscape.
I don't know, man. Does Florida have that donor vibe? Do they?
I'm going to say they do.
Okay.
I'm going to say they've got that in spades. Next, we have Oregon taking out Oregon State 41-7. They did not cover by a point and a half, not the hook. The hook and a point.
And they don't think they've covered all year.
No, they haven't covered the past 2 weeks. They covered the first 2 weeks.
Okay.
That I can guarantee you, because that's why I was on them, because they were beating these teams that they should beat by big numbers. But they still won. This does not say anything negative to me about Oregon. Oregon State, though, yeah, we're down year.
Dog turds.
Down year. Florida State beats Kent Wright, Kent State 66-10.
How do we feel about Florida State? We don't talk about them. Number 7, Florida State.
Are we still waiting for them to play a legitimate contender before we start to
Dabo to play a legitimate contender? And you were given the hype in the beginning to Clemson.
I understand. I'm saying they did not prove themselves. I think we need Florida State to truly prove themselves. And unfortunately, they're in a conference where that may be less than there might not be as many opportunities.
And I contend that what did Clemson do to make you be the hype machine for Clemson in the beginning compared to this?
What did Florida State do last year? Why would I believe the hype?
Performance. So it's based on last year's performance. We think they need to prove more.
Right. Coming into the season, what else do we have?
Okay, that's what I'm asking. That's fine.
Right. I mean, they had the upset against Alabama in week 1, and then now they're all the way up to number 7.
So you're saying
I'm ranked in the top 10. So, I mean, I think it's okay. You beat Alabama beginning of the year. You don't know who's what yet. So I'm like looking ahead at Florida State's schedule. In 2 weeks, they get Miami at home.
But
that will be the test.
Alabama as legitimate win, then Muff, by your logic?
Are they a top 25 team right now?
Who don't? Okay, Muff.
I don't. I mean, you're the one that I will say is like Clemson, Dabo. They're not legitimate. What, Nate?
But you're saying Florida State has to beat somebody else.
Alabama is currently ranked number 17.
They're 15?
17.
17. At what? 2-1?
Yes.
And they have beat
no one.
UL Monroe and Wisconsin.
And we all know Wisconsin right now. Nobody. Right? That's what I'm saying. We have all these teams that were super hyped, lost a bigger game early, have now not played anybody. They just win, so they stay in this weird, like, we're going to keep them ranked because they're winning and they were a top 10 team to start the year. I think we need to wait to truly put our wagons behind a team like Florida State until we see this Miami game. If they are competitive and it's a good game, guess what? Florida State, I'm in. If they get stomped, Florida State's not going to have a lot of opportunities to prove themselves the rest of the year.
Okay. By your logic, I just want to make sure we're clear here. Clemson beat SMU in December, and then all of a sudden we were jazzed about Clemson.
I was just saying there was a little bit more to be jazzed about Clemson from last year than there was Florida State. Because Clemson was returning Cade Klubnik, who people were putting on a Heisman watch list.
Okay. All right. That's fine.
If you can tell me who Florida State's quarterback is, then I will maybe.
I get it. I understand what you're saying. I just want to make sure that like the logic tracks. I just don't think that. I thought Clemson was overhyped. They didn't do anything to scream, yeah, they're great. And we were drooling all over them. And Florida State beats Alabama.
No. Stopping real quick. Coming into the season,
right?
Clemson
and we're down on them, fine. But then they come out and
Florida State. No, stop. Florida State, before they beat Alabama, were you a Florida State believer?
I was not, and I think that's fair. That's fair assessment. But when you beat Alabama, don't you get some credibility?
You do. I'm just saying I don't think Alabama is a team at the end of the season that we're going to be like, that was a top tier win. That's a win over a great program, but I don't know if the team this year is, we're going to say, an A1 team.
So for the okay,
There's brand recognition to beating Alabama, right? The people in the polls are going to prop them up, but at the end of the year, I don't know if it's going to mean as much as people say right now that it means. That's all I really mean with this take is, yeah, you beat Alabama, that's great. You beat a program that's recognizable, but at the end of the year, are we going to say Alabama is truly a top team in the country? And I don't think we're going to.
so let me just put this in the old pipe ski. Alabama plays Georgia this weekend. And I know this is the game you hate playing. I years of friendship with you. But Alabama beats Georgia this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Florida State wins whoever they play this weekend.
Virginia.
Does your narrative on Florida State change?
If Florida State beats who?
If Florida State wins and Bama beats Georgia.
My opinion on Florida State is still similar, right? I have to watch them beat a team that is playing at a high level. Miami playing at a high level. Alabama, the sky was crazy. Falling. The sky was falling in Alabama, Jim. The sky was falling. We had people in the comments talking about the sky falling.
Right, but then they come back, they beat Georgia.
Columbus, they know what that's like.
We're going to say, I hear you. You're good at catching at the right moment. Well, we're going to say that Florida State caught Alabama on opening weekend, and that was it. There's got to be some legitimacy here if Bama beat Georgia. There's got to be some.
I understand, but I think you're putting a crazy hypothetical that's not going to happen. What's the spread on that game? Probably 8+.
I hope Bama beats Georgia.
That's fine.
Just so I can come back and be like, now what?
What do you think about Bama then if they beat Georgia?
I think they have legitimacy and equal more legitimacy to Florida State.
Fair enough. I understand where
the spread on that game is Georgia -2.5.
2.5? I did not expect that. I will just lock in a best bet right now with Georgia. Done for me.
Okay.
Done and done. All right, number 8, Texas beats Sam Houston 55-0. This will be forever known as the Arch Manning stare down game. For some reason, he felt he had to be a big man and stare down one of Sam Houston's players after he scored a touchdown.
There was a meme out there, a cartoon, if you will, of Arch Manning leaving a bedroom of a girl with a Sam Houston t-shirt on and a slump buster. That is the title above the door that I found hilarious. So that's my commentary on this game.
Moving on. Windiana puts one to the Fighting Illini of Illinois. Jim was correct. Brett Bielema was hungry. He was hangry. And the Hoosiers take down the Fighting Illini 63-10.
So there's two things I want to say about this game. One, there's a media talk that old Signetti has tempered his reactions in press conferences based on last year's college football playoff. And like he was just foaming at the mouth to go off because of this game. And he had a little pop shot in there. But like, how do we feel about Signetti, tame Signetti? That thought.
I mean, we're not seeing them in the news, right? We're not seeing them get clipped, right? I don't know if that's. I mean, it's probably good for it's probably good for Indiana's season as a whole for them not to have all this attention all the time early on. I don't know if it's good for their program, right? That was part of what endeared us to Indiana last year was Curt Signetti just sounding off. So I don't think it's great for their program. It's probably good for the team this year, though. We don't need all of that attention.
Alex,
Yes.
what do you think? This is where I heard that and thought of you. I wanted to know your opinion. He's busy coloring.
What are you doing? Every time you've been asked a question, it's like we just asked you to decide whether or not you were able to defuse a nuclear weapon.
I'm diffusing a nuclear weapon in my brain.
So you have no opinion on this?
And I just paused for 10 seconds to give you more time to think, and you still don't have an
Still got
opinion.
nothing.
No, now I do have a nuclear bomb in my brain.
Because you didn't hear the question.
Pause
What
for
was
10
it?
seconds for
You're my freaking Nettie. What?
Fuck me.
All right. While you two are figuring, well, Alex, not you two. Alex is figuring out life. We have a live quote from Keith watching the game when Baltimore did not score after they were like second in goal from the one. This is a quick one.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck! Jesus Christ! What a piss poor effort.
There we go. There we go.
There we go. That's Keith. That's Keith watching the Ravens game after they were unable to score in goal to go from the one.
Thank you. All right. I've moved past it now.
All right, we've moved past. We have Oklahoma beating Auburn 24-17.
Some cooking there.
I took Auburn money line. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, the refs came back out and said they made a bad call, Nate.
They did.
They did.
Was it a bad call, Nate?
It was because it led to a touchdown.
And the bad call was?
So Oklahoma had a receiver, I think it was, jogging off the field, and he stopped between the numbers and the sideline and did not go all the way off the field. I'm assuming Auburn thought he was coming out of the game as a sub, and he lined up just so slightly in the field of play. Oklahoma snaps it and throws it to him, who's wide open down at the goal line, which in high school that would have been an illegal participation, or in college that should have been a unsportsmanlike conduct penalty for unfair tactics, for basically a hideout play.
Is it unfair?
Like
Is that
the
how
old
they
play back
describe that,
when-
Nate? Unfair
Say again?
tactic? Is it called unfair tactics?
Yes.
Is that the official word?
Yes.
Okay. You're the ref, so I'm not going to argue with you. But the way it was described in an article I read, that was very like unfair tactics. And I want to argue with you, but you're the official, which is funny to me. But it was almost like they said like trying to deceive. Like the penalty was trying to deceive. Is that in the definition?
Yeah, because you're deceiving the defense that he's coming out of the field as a substitute. But like, you remember the play a couple years ago when Johnny Manziel was standing on the sideline facing Kyle Shanahan, and once they snap the ball, he's like, "Go, go, go." It's the same concept, that you're hiding him on the sideline, thinking that he's coming out of the game, but he's just barely on the field.
Yeah. It was the deceitfulness.
And that's why they have a rule put in place too, that if you're coming in as a receiver, you have to start at some point within the 9-yard boundary. Basically, you have to start inside the numbers. Like, you can go onto the field as a sub and you can spread the field out all 52 yards wide. But if you're going to come in, you have to at least at one point or another go inside the numbers.
Gotcha.
All right. That's what it is. We've lost Alex to I don't know what. All right, next.
Bethany.
In Lane We Trust. 45-10 over Tulane.
Shocked me.
Shocked. Obviously.
Yeah. Yeah, that former BYU guy did not look too good.
This was Jim's Superdog pick. He was looking at Tulane hard on this one.
Did not see that coming.
All right. Tennessee 56, UAB 24. As expected. In the Big 12 matchup of the week, maybe the Big 12 matchup of the year.
See that, Muff.
What, Tennessee beating UAB?
I thought Tennessee would put more points up than that. I thought they would not allow UAB to score that many points.
So you expected
Don't
what?
you disrespect the
70
play,
to 10?
Yeah, honestly, I did not think UAB would score 24 points.
Okay. What was the spread?
I don't remember.
More than 32?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. Next, Big 12 matchup of the week, potentially Big 12 matchup of the year. Texas Tech is victorious over Utah, 34-10. Texas Tech, does this put them national stage, or is this just a, hey, you're the best team in the Big 12 right now?
I defer to Alex.
Texas Tech invested the money, they invested the time, and I think until someone takes them down, they're it.
Wow, a money argument. You're going to go with the money argument for this.
I'm not saying I like it. I'm saying they invested in their team. I'm not like they have a good team. They have a good team because they spent more money than anyone else to get a good team. It wasn't because they brought in a bunch of freshmen 4 years ago, worked them together, and made a team, and now they're reaping the benefits of their work. It's because they bought the best team. Period. Same thing Ohio State does. Same things every other school does. They buy a team.
So are they national contenders?
They are, as of now, until proven otherwise, the best team in the Big 12. Which means that they would end up in the playoffs, which means, yes, they would be contending for a national championship.
Are you happy about that?
Sure, that's fine. Like, that's who I'm going to root for. If they make it that far, they're out of the Big 12. At this point, it's whether I agree with it or disagree with it, it is what it is.
It feels as though you got that old man on the porch vibe.
No, I mean, it is. I am saying what I'm saying. It is what it is. There's, at this point in time, they have, if every team is paying their money, then I'm going to root for the team that came out of my conference.
Do you feel like your team's paying the money?
It's some, yeah, but they have not objectively not spent the amount of money that Texas Tech has.
Fair.
We got Jim in like a ghost situation. He like leans back and he disappears for a bit. It's like Casper over there. This is like Back to the Future. Jim is on that picture and he's slightly disappearing. If you don't get that reference, screw you. Georgia Tech beats Temple 45-24. Jim,
I told him.
I told him.
I told him.
What was the spread? I think they covered though. Temple,
so.
that is. I think it was like 23 or
No.
something. I think it was 23.
Nemi, are you listening? Nemi, can you hear me?
I don't think you have to like yell specifically for him. Like, Demi, can you hear me? Like he's either listening or he's not. Like,
yeah, I don't think he's still there. But I do think Temple was like plus 23. Next, Vanderbilt takes down Georgia State 70-21. Moving on, Michigan beats the Matt Rule potential coming out party. Year 3, he does not get that, we'll say, marquee win for the program just yet, as Michigan wins 30-27.
I don't know if Nebraska's ever going to be a contender again.
All right, this was supposed to be the Matt Rule year. Year 3 is when he usually does something great. I'm not saying that they are not a good team, but they may not be a nationally relevant team.
I just don't think they're legit.
No, I mean, it's not like back in the day when anybody could win a national championship. I don't see Nebraska ever coming to the forefront of a national powerhouse in football. Volleyball, though, absolutely.
108, 100. Alex, any thoughts?
no, not really on this one.
All right.
That's genuine, not just me not paying attention this time.
I think like at some point we have to like wrap our minds around some of these schools have to have coaches that bring money. And Matt Rule's not that guy.
We don't think he is?
I don't think he's that guy.
What does he bring? Just being a good coach?
Yeah, he's a developer of men.
Okay.
Like he is I think he's genuinely a good guy.
Mm-hmm.
I like what he stands for. I like that, like what his program's about. But like Same thing with Luke Fickell. Like, solid dude, solid individual. Not a guy who's going to bring money to your program. I think Gundy.
You know what brings money to your program?
What'd you say?
You know what brings money to your program?
What's that?
Wins.
Winning.
I don't think that's necessarily true. No, not anymore.
It brings more money to your program. You have to. I don't think Indiana got hurt at all last year. I think they only were helped by the fact that they were winning.
But I don't think he's ever going to cross the threshold.
Okay.
I think like Gundy brought money, or he brought hype, but then like they realized that he was like a con man, and they were like, "Nah, you're good. Money stops." I think that's the new game.
All right. I mean, we'll see. I mean, I hope for Matt Rule. I mean, he's got some Penn State roots, so I don't wish any ill will on the man.
Well, he's a solid dude.
Yeah. So next we got Missouri beating South Carolina 29-20. Jim, are you willing to come off of the South Carolina take now?
No.
Do you so at this point you're just lying?
What am I?
To yourself.
I think that they'll win the SEC.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I have to. I don't have a choice, right? At this point, it's not.
That's what I'm making sure. I'm like, at this point, it's a lie.
But like, I don't want to.
It's going to come down from championship teams to solid contender. I hope they only lose 2 games.
Yes. But I told everybody on the betting show, like, they're going up against Darth Vader. Right? I think that Missouri's a good team.
All right. Notre Dame beats Purdue 56-30.
Yeah, we knew that was happening.
I mean, yeah, I didn't expect Purdue to score that many points, but I mean, this may be the reality for Notre Dame this year, right? They're going to be a middling, teetering on top 25, not top 25 for the rest of the year, depending on their performance against lackluster competition. That's just what we have with them. Next, in an 11 o'clock Eastern kick, 8 o'clock on the West Coast, USC beats Michigan State 45-31.
Like, what is that more a statement of? Like, hey, we need to throw something on TV. Hey, Michigan State sucks that bad. Like, what is that a statement of? I saw what time this game was like on Saturday. I was like, this is shit. 2 programs that are storied programs, and we got to wait till 11 o'clock to watch them play.
I will say I watched about.
You consider Michigan State a story?
Do what? Hey, you're cutting out, buddy.
I'll say you consider Michigan State that high on your ranking there?
Compared to what we usually see at 11 o'clock at night, yes.
Okay. Nate, I thought there was a rebuttal there. Nate, I think Nate's just a little lagged. I think that's the problem, Jim. It's not that he's cutting out. Yeah, he's just a little lagged. So, yeah, I mean, that I watched about 3 quarters. There was a scary moment in this game. They had stopped the game in the second quarter for a while to get somebody on the backboard, neck injury.
Yeah.
So I think that did impact this game on the whole, or at least the flow of this game. And again, for the East Coast, that was just an absolute terrible situation in itself, but also bad for viewership if you were going to get anybody in the West Coast to stay up and watch this game.
Yep.
But all right, Alex. Kansas 41, WVU 10.
It was, as Rich Rod put it, it was coached poorly, played poorly. Everyone has to do better. Period.
I mean, what else are you going to say at that point?
That's all I got.
All right.
Shit sucked.
Let's move on to the notable matchups of Week 5. First, Ohio State at Washington. Jim?
Line opened up at 14. It's down to 9.
Ooh.
Washington hasn't lost in a while at home. The smart
probably going to be rainy.
The smart fan worries that this is a trap. the cocky Columbus fan is already like, "Oh, this is Washington. Who cares?"
And which fan are you today, Jim?
I, along with some others, are like, "Yikes! Watch out!"
Okay. This isn't the sky is falling, but this is we need to have some cautious optimism here.
Well, it's Sands' first road game. Sand didn't look great against OU. I mean, he wasn't great at reading the red zone against OU. Washington is Washington. They beat the doors off of Washington State. This is worrisome.
All right. We'll see. All right. What time's that game start?
I
Eastern.
think it's a nooner. There's another thing that was like
at Washington and noon.
Not gonna be a noon Easter, I can tell you that.
It might be noon local.
Right.
So it's a 3:30 kick for us, or a 3.
I think. Let me look. I'm looking. Keep going.
All right. LSU at Ole Miss.
3:30 Easter.
3:30.
So it's a 12:30 local kick. All right. LSU at Ole Miss. In lane we trust.
I'm betting money because I hate Brian Kelly. It's gonna be one of them spike picks, and I'm gonna lose it. But by God, let's go Ole Miss.
All right. I mean, this will be a fun game to watch, I think. All right. I don't think we'll be able to watch it, Alex, but it'll be a fun game to watch.
Yes.
Yeah. Alex and I will be in Morgantown.
Is the game at the same time?
In Morgantown is a 3:30 kick.
That's unfortunate.
So Morgantown's a 3:30 kick. Alex and I will be there to watch the Utes of Utah take on the Mountaineers, trying to win 2 in a row at home.
Maybe that's it. Maybe we're just really good at home.
Maybe where's the home team? What's the line here, Alex? I want to say it's like 10.
Yeah, somewhere in there.
Plus. So it would be an upset of not epic proportions, but it would be a notable upset.
Hey, we upset Pitt.
Indeed. Next, we have Alabama taking on Georgia. We've already talked about that. Jim I don't know, Jim, are you on Georgia or are you on Alabama straight up?
I don't know yet. I don't know.
All right, Jim is unsure. Nate, where are you leaning in this one?
Good.
He's a lagging bad.
Yeah, Nate's lagging pretty bad. And he's
gone.
Nate has disappeared. Alabama, Georgia. Alex.
Georgia.
Me too. Give me Georgia. I've already locked it in, covering 2.5. And last, but certainly not least, at Beaver Stadium, State College, Pennsylvania, we have a top 10 matchup as the Ducks of Oregon travel to Pennsylvania to take on the Nittany Lions of Penn State. Whiteout, 7:30 kick. Alex and I will be hustling to get back somewhere to watch this game, or potentially if the View is winning by so many points that we don't even care what happens at the end, we may leave early? ?
Come on. WVU's upsetting Utah. You're going to leave early?
No, he said if it's a blowout.
Upsetting Utah. I don't care if it's a 21-point blowout. You're going to leave early?
I don't think that was the angle he was really going for.
That was exactly what I was going for, Alex, because I didn't want to say the other side and you get upset with me.
We can always decide at the time.
We can make a decision then. Nate, real quick, Alabama, Georgia, who you got?
Give me the Dogs.
All right. Jim is undecided, and Alex and I are both on them Dogs, too. Oregon, Penn State, straight up. Alex.
Penn State.
Nate.
Nittany Lions.
We all know where I feel, Jim.
Oregon.
As expected.
I'll tell you what. Of those games right there, somebody's getting got. I don't want it to be Ohio State. You don't want it to be Penn State. The viable candidate is Ole Miss catching LSU.
What's LSU ranked right now? Who's the favorite in that game? That's probably a better question.
LSU's ranked higher. One second, I just had that up.
I mean, they gotta be the underdog there.
LSU is ranked 4th. Ole Miss is ranked 13th. But according to the ESPN app, Ole Miss is a 1.5 point favorite.
So, Jim, that would be an upset.
If
LSU wins because Ole Miss is favored.
Oh,
LSU,
okay.
Jim, would be the money line dog.
I did not hear it. That's my bad.
Okay.
So W or Ohio State, one of them are gonna get gone, I think.
Okay.
Utah, Ohio State on upset alert. That's my take.
There we go. All right. Some other news in college football. ACC and ESPN have allowed the replay process to be heard by the crowd watching on television. This is Shadows of the XFL. What do we think about this live look-in and access to the discussions and the outcomes?
So, have you watched any? Well, I know the answer to this, but have you watched any ACC games this year?
No.
So, any ACC game that's on ESPN, if they go to a replay, you get to actually hear the whole thing. Like, they show a split screen of the white hat at the monitor on the field and the replay booth wherever the hell they're at in the stadium or remote.
Uh-huh.
So you get to hear
And
the
they're
whole
talking?
conversation. Yes, and you get to hear the whole conversation. Like, all right, Jim, I'm going to show you the view from the handheld camera. All right, here's the high end zone. Here's the sideline. Here's the goal line cam. And like, you just get to hear them talk all the way through. Like how they get to, huh?
And the crowd's gonna hear this.
No, just the viewer at home.
Oh, that's cool.
All right. I mean, I like this. Any additional access, I'm sure that it puts an additional stressor and anxiety on the officials as they're going through all of this. But I think for viewership, it's a good thing. We need to do some training.
But the crowd in the stadium would be horrible.
Oh,
right? We can all agree there.
Oh,
Yes.
There's no way they could do that.
Put it up on the Tron.
Yeah, that would be hilarious.
I mean, they
Live
already
looking.
get the replays as they go on, but there's no way they can make them hear the conversation.
Yeah.
But like have that conversation on the Tron.
Mhm.
I think his toe touched, but I'm not sure. What do you think? It might have
You just hear the crowd erupts.
You better have your stuff together. Like,
right.
yeah, if you're slipping up having a conversation with your peer, it's not the same anymore.
I don't know, man. I had an itch.
I didn't
Terrible.
know. I got distracted.
All right. Next, you got UCLA, Virginia Tech fire their head coaches after both starting 0-3. Duh.
UCLA should have been fired last year at Big Ten days.
At the press conference.
Yeah.
All right, Nate, bring us into some hockey talk.
So recently, as hockey season, which was oddly right around the corner with preseason games, the Penguins are in the news as they have signed one of their former goalies, Marc-Andre Fleury, to a professional tryout contract, which, Jim, basically means he's going to retire a Penguin.
Yeah.
So what they have put in place is Fleury is set to practice with the team on Friday of this week, and he will be playing in their preseason game on Saturday against the Columbus Blue Jackets.
I think that's cool.
Yeah.
Definitely a unique way to see someone go out of. Usually it's like one of those, okay, I'll sign a one-day contract, retire a member of the team I want to retire of.
I feel like it's a hockey guy move to be like, I need to play in a game.
Yeah. And it's nothing that's going to go against the teams. It's a professional tryout contract. It's not like, all right, we have to sign you and pay you X amount of money to appear in this game, blah, blah, blah. He's just like, yeah, I just want to suit up in the Pens gear one more time.
Good for him. Good for him. Good for the Penguins. Good for, I mean, it's a good organization move for everything that Maff did for them. So I'm all about it. All about it. And then we also have another great member of a specific franchise retiring, Nate.
Yes. Los Angeles Kings center Anze Kopitar is set to retire at the end of this season.
There it is. In the baseball world, Dodgers pitcher Clayton Kershaw is going to retire at the end of the season. What?
This fucking sport is still going on.
Baseball?
Yeah.
Don't worry, Jim.
We're not even to the playoffs yet, Jim.
Yeah, we haven't got there. We haven't even found out who Mr. October is going to be this year.
Such a long sport.
Clayton Kershaw, 3-time Cy Young winner, 11-time All-Star, got a little emotional when all this went down.
Yeah, I would have liked to seen him been able to get the win on his last home regular season start, but I don't even think he made it 5 innings.
Yeah. So we go from the ups to the downs. Obligatory Pirates talk. Pirates have the most shutouts in baseball this season.
Mm-hmm.
Yet still one of the worst teams. Paul Skeens, a favorite right now to win the NL Cy Young, has a losing record.
With like an ERA of like 2 or below, right?
It's like around 2 right now. He gave up 3 runs in his last start. His last home start did also not result in a win. And for some reason, the media had to call attention to the fact in the early to middle of September that the Pirates were officially eliminated from playoff contention. Why in the hell do we have to rub salt in that wound? We all knew early July that this was the case. And yet we have to say officially, right? Because what would happen is every team would have to lose every game in front of them, and the Pirates have to win their last 30. Right? Know. Which is probably not possible, but we had to announce that the Pirates were officially eliminated from playoff contention.
I mean, they're just journalists doing journalist things, man.
Yeah, journalists, my bum. And last, in the college basketball world, Auburn head coach Bruce Pearl is going to retire and turn over the program to his son. Nepotism? Question mark?
Surprise!
Kind of a late move.
Yeah, it's a bold move, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off. We'll see. I didn't see this. Did we see the year? Is it after this year, Nate?
No, it's like effective immediately.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that was the way I understood it too.
Yikes. Did not know that. I wonder if he has any health issues. I wonder if this plays into the whole thing. Well, if you do, Bruce, hopefully you get all the care that you need and you recover well. I hope that that's not the case and that your son is taking over in a good spot for him and for the program. And for our program, we reached the end of this week's episode of Sports Stuff with Jim and Muff. Thanks for anybody that stuck around with us live. If you are not already subscribed, make sure that you do it. Put that bell on. Follow us at Sports Jim Muff on Instagram and Twitter. Sports Stuff with Jim and Muff on Facebook, on YouTube. Subscribe, comment, rate, review, poke, like, tickle.
Get the bell on.
Get that bell on. And we will be back Wednesday night recording live for Sports Stuff betting stuff. Who's on a heater? Who's on the down? Did the hit stick pick win? Did that swift kick to the kill Trav Dick? Risky pick. Payoff. And the Buddy Lay parlay. I will give a little teaser. We're all back in.
We're all in, baby.
Until that time, until you see us Wednesday night, make sure that you look across the room, look across the hallway, find somebody you love, and tell a friend. Make a friend. Be a friend.